Melihat kaptırıyor topu. Ali Tanrı'dan çok süratli. Ali orta yapacak. Sert orta. Sert orta.
Welcome everyone to Giresun for our first leg of the 5th round of the Turkish Cup. And well, after a big upset in their previous game, they are now going to verse one of the best teams in the top league. So Giresun, I wish you the best of luck. As you can see, it's not the greatest weather today. It's a little bit on the drizzly side, or at least will be by the looks of the clouds by the time we kick off. So without further ado, I'm going to head on over to the stadium and let's crack on with today's episode. Okay, so before we crack on with today's game, we have one to catch up on, and that's of course an away game over at Başakşehir. And well, it was a rather simple one. Carranza finally getting another goal to his tally, and it was a simple 1-0 victory. They had a new manager, they've been struggling, they're down in 19th. Yeah, they're looking like relegation candidates this season, to be honest, and their new manager wasn't very happy with the media after he lost. But as you can see, we had a pretty good performance. So in terms of match statistics, we had 17 to their 1 whole shot, 12 on target to their 1. That meant we had a 2.08 XG to their 0.12, 10 corners to 2, 14 fouls to 12, 0 yellow cards to 1 yellow card, 92% passing to 90, 63% possession to 37. As you can see, our lineup had a cracking game. So Zubzuk in goal got a 7.2, a backline of Mailman, Obilor, Gordinho and Lassen got 7.5, 7.2, 7.3 and 7.5 respectively. As you'll notice, we made a few tweaks to our normal starting lineup, but there's one or two names thrown in there for freshness. Then we had Mehmet, he got a 7 rating, Emrehan got a 6.7 in attacking mid. We had Eren, who got a 7.2, Sinan got a 6.7 and a 6.7 for Halit. I believe Mehmet in this game did play some in attacking mid, and he bounced about a little bit. Same with our striker. At some point I shifted that around a little bit, but solid job from them. And Carranza of course with the goal and a 7.4. In terms of substitutes, well, we had Volkan, he came on and got 7.2, Milinkovic with a 7 rating, and Paprika got a 7.2 over on this left hand side. Paprika is looking like a really good backup to Eren on this left hand side, which is nice to see because of course he is one of our Turkish youngsters. Halit, he however has taken a bit of a knock in this game, so we ended up taking him off for Milinkovic, but that meant we had to shuffle players around. Anal did originally start off on the right hand side, I believe, for Halit. What I ended up doing was Anal at halftime for Halit, Paprika for Eren, but to get Milinkovic on I had to take Carranza off, so I brought Milinkovic on for Carranza and then swapped Anal up front to bring Milinkovic onto the right hand side, and that's how we ended up dealing with that. Volkan of course came on for Emrehan, I believe, and yep, that was how that game went. It's now time to crack on with today's. Okay, you all know exactly where we are. We are here to meet Mr. Jason Dodds in the tactical meeting room. And well, he has a lot of opposition instructions for us. We're not going to read through all this though, so we're just going to quickly scroll down that. In case you are of course interested in actually reading it, I'm just going to click the do it button. Make vice captain, we all know what I'm going to say to that one, so I'm going to ignore that one. Yeah, we're not going to defend. I'm not tweaking my tactics. Our tactics are fine. We'll put instructions on, but that's it. Jason, don't overstep your mark. Same with all of these change suggestions. I have made changes to the team, as you will notice in just a second, but we are going pretty much for the B team. Yes, it's not the usual suspects, but it's the B lineup. We do have the usual suspect of Zubzuk currently sitting in goal. I'm not sure whether I want Zubzuk or to give Atabek some games. You know what, Atabek, how old are you? If you're... He's got some growing room. He's still got growing room. You know what? No. It's the 5th round. They got an upset in their last game, so I'm not going to risk Atabek. We're going to keep Zubzuk in goal. We've got the back line of Mailman, Ahmet, Obilor and Umit. We know Obilor is a solid centre-back. Ahmet, of course, is one of our youngsters. Umit, again, is one of our youngsters. Mainly a left-back. He's our fair choice left-back. but he's playing on the right hand side today. That, of course, as you can see, is because Musin, our backup right back, is playing as our ball winning midfielder. Alongside him is Volkan. Then in the attacking mids on the left hand side, we've got Milinkovic, who's linking up nicely with the mailman, as you can see. Sinan sitting behind Mad and Anal on the right hand side. Our substitutes are Atabek, Lassen, Gordinho, Kuble, Blackett, Emrihan, Aaron, Gierkan, Mehmet and Carranza. Like I previously mentioned, there is a little bit of a knock to Sisek, so he's not playing, hence why he's not in the lineup. And then Papka has a suspension, so he again is also not playing. And I apologise for the background noise. Right, everyone, we are back. I apologise for that random little cut. As you will have noticed in the background, there's quite a bit of banging, and yes, I need to go compose myself because that continued for quite a while, and then there's even more noise outside now. So yeah, I'm not in the best of moods. I'm trying to stay upbeat for today's episode because it's a nice easy game. We've got Giresunspor, a team from the league below. It should be a nice relaxed episode, but it's not turning out like that. It's rather irritating, but we have to deal with these things. So without further ado, let's submit the team and crack on. So as you can see, team selection, we have Umit, Obilor, Ozcan, Mailman, Kurt. Okay, a lot of these players are lacking match sharpness. I'm not going to read through them all because we'll be here all day. So as you can see, tactically, well, it's gone down pretty well. Carranza's doing his usual I can't pass into space. Well, it doesn't matter because you're sitting on the bench today. We'll then have Obilor. He doesn't like working the ball into the box. Doesn't suit his passing. Well, deal with it, Obilor. And then noticeable reactions. We have all those changes. But we have pleased to be back in the team for Kuble and pleased to be back in the team for Tyler Blackett, which is a little bit weird considering I only rested them for like a game. You're sitting on the bench. I'm pretty sure you was probably sat on the bench for that game as well, but yeah, a little bit weird. Let's just go to the match and continue with today's episode, if it would allow us to proceed. Game. Processing. Can you process a little quicker? Thank you. That summarises my day at the moment. Anyways, official team sheet is out. I don't think we're going to recognise anyone from their particular team because, like I've said, they are from the league below. I do believe there was in the top division at some point. I want to say they're a yo-yo team. Do I risk clicking them? Yeah, let's click them. Why not? Okay, so there was in the third tier and finished second. So the newly promoted into the division they're in, and they look like they're going to go for back-to-back promotions, which is good for them. Prior to that, there was 18th in that league, and prior to that, there was 10th. Okay, so I remember them from the league below. Gotcha. I knew I recognised the team, I just couldn't quite remember how far back I recognised them from. It must have been from our initial season, when we of course managed to become the champions of the second tier of Turkish football. But we should be winning this one fairly comfortable. Play your own game and you'll win. So, there we go. Let's head on out of the tunnel, or into the tunnel I should say, where we'll verse Enis Kilik of Sporks. Well, both teams come into this one in good form. How do you rate your chances ahead of kickoff? Well, considering we're in good form and we're second in the top division and they're second in the league below, I think I'd rate our chances rather high. So they're a very good team and we're going to relish the challenge of keeping our good form going. I enjoy these matches a lot. The players don't need any extra motivation. They demand high standards of football. High standards. Is Sinan Kurtz fit enough? Yeah, he's fit enough. If not, we've got substitutes. I've been told he's fit enough to play, and he seems alright, so I am pretty confident. Not really confident, just pretty confident. Pretty confident that he is. As you can see, there's quite a few empty seats in the stadium today, and well, we are going to change this to latest scores, because it's a little bit more interesting to look at, especially when you have some upsets. Right now, though, I don't think there's any specific upsets to point out, although Giresunspor is doing a good job drawing 1-1 away. But they've got a nice early opportunity here on the left-hand side. Will they whip in a cross? They're trying to build it up slowly. Sinan should get a tackle in. Ozcan, don't give him that space, please. Fortunately, the ball goes sailing over the top of the goal, and the mailman will throw it in the next highlight. Now, Sinan, back to the mailman. Mailman, lovely cross, whipped in. Anal can't keep it down. It's gone just wide. And they have a goal kick. So, like I said, Sake is doing well against Goztepe, but 1-1 away from home. Sinan will collect it from Umit though, plays it back to Volkan. Volkan making a lovely run down this right-hand side, tries to play one in, gets it to Mad, back to Sinan, back to Mad once more. Volkan plays one over to the left-hand side, it's intercepted, couldn't get it to the mailman. And Mustafa is going on the counter-attack down this right-hand side. Can Ahmet get back and tackle him? Come on Ahmet, lovely tackle by Ahmet. Or not, it appears, because they have a penalty. Come on Zubzuk, save Ahmet's bacon, please Zubzuk. Please, I beg you. Please. Come on, Zubzuk! Lovely save by Zubzuk, and Umit will just clear it out into the empty stand, or relatively empty stand. There's about 5 people behind the goal, if you've noticed. So, yeah. Rather desolate stadium here today. And, well, interesting. I'm worried they had back-to-back penalties there for a second. I thought it was a push from one of ours. I didn't get to read it. But Musin collects it in the centre circle. Now over to Milinkovic. Lovely run by the mailman down this left-hand side. Will he find him? No, he's going to cut inside. In fact, he's made a beautiful darting run across field. Tries a through ball to Anal. Anal 1-1 with the goalkeeper, but he puts it wide again. Anal just hit the target. Anal, you're just going around the rim and missing it completely. Aye. But that is half time. And it's 0-0. So we've had 4 shots to their 4. The big difference here, though, we've had absolutely 0 on target to their 2, giving us an XG of 0.35 to their 0.94. 2 corners to their 1, 9 fouls to their 3, 1 yellow card to 0, 87% passing to 76, and 65% possession to 35. We need to pick up our game. I'm going to tell the lads that, even though they are the backup team. I'm not happy with performance. Exactly, that is the perfect approach for this situation. Tell them we're not happy, and let's try and get a goal. So Umit throws it into Sinan. Back to Umit. Umit will hold the ball nicely on this right-hand side. We do, of course, have the second leg at home, which is a little bit nicer on us. Umit plays it up to Anal, though. Gets it back off Mad. Now Volkan. Volkan coming down this right-hand side. Plays it back to Obilor. Obilor can get anything going from the halfway line. He plays it over to Ozkan. Now with Musin. Mailman's got plenty of space on this left-hand side. Yet again, will someone actually find him this time? Musin will. Mailman through ball to Milinkovic. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Saved. He's got it back, but it's offside. 48 minutes. And we have yet to get a goal, but we have collected the goal kick. And it will be Umit playing up to Anal. Umit's making a lovely run down this right-hand side, but Anal doesn't need him because he's a little bit quicker. Will he pull it back to Umit, perhaps? Yes, he does. Volkan, edge of the area. No, he's going to whip it in instead. Sinan, edge of the area. Mad will deflect it wide to the right-hand side. And that redirection caught the keeper completely off guard. Don't think Sinan meant to pass that, but we'll take it. We'll take that. Anal plays it back to Umit. Volkan was in a great position, but Umit's like, nope, I'll whip it in. Mad nods it down to Sinan. Sinan gets it back into Mad, and Mad just smashes it past the goalkeeper. So, bit scrappy, but we'll take it. We shall take any goals we can get. And in that vein, we do have a few players getting a little tired. Obilor is on a yellow card as well, so we're not going to risk Obilor. We're just going to bring on Godinho. We're going to give things a few more minutes. We're going to go to our usual 60-second-ish substitution time, of course. But first, we have a highlight. Sinan tries to nod it in. It's nodded away, though. Volkan will collect. Volkan now gets it over to the mailman on the left-hand side. Lovely through ball to Milinkovic. Milinkovic will smash it past Emery. That is, of course, his first goal of the season. Jesus, Milinkovic. I know you're a backup now, but come on. You need to be scoring a little earlier than this. But we will take it as a second goal in this tie. Milinkovic, tight angle. Keeper probably should have done better at his near post. He didn't have a whole lot to shoot at, and the goalkeeper didn't even dive. But again, we shall take it. Sinan Kurt is looking rather tired, so we will of course bring on the Mehmetmeister to sit behind Mad. Now, that's really weird seeing Mad on a goal and Milinkovic on a goal. But 6.4 for Volkan. Maybe we'll take Volkan off. Mailman is looking a little tired though, and Anal is also looking tired. Same with Milinkovic, to be fair. Both wingers are looking a little on the tired side. So what do we do? Well, we'll bring on Emrehan for Volkan, because Volkan is just having an awful game, quite frankly. And then I think we'll bring on one more. Milinkovic or Anal though. I think Anal as a backup is more important to our situation. So Milinkovic will run him into the ground a little bit more. We can risk running him into the ground a bit more, so we will. We'll risk him a bit more, and we shall bring on Demir Gürkan. So, can Gürkan get anything going on the right-hand side, perhaps? Maybe you can get a 1-2 going with Umit. And the Mailman and Milinkovic now are looking rather tired, but we only have 9 minutes remaining in today's game, so that's not too much of an issue. We do have the Mailman taking a throw-in, though. Can he get anything going on this left-hand side? Perhaps he's going to deliver it straight in. No, he's going short. Mehmet gets it over to Musin, whips in across. Mad gets the ball off the deflection. Unfortunately, the shot's completely wide, and he doesn't get another goal. But it's been a nice, comfortable game. Not been the most comfortable episode to record, I will say that. But the game itself has been rather simple, hasn't it? We did take a while to get off the mark, but once we did, we managed to make a comfortable victory in the end. So we had 11 shots to their 6, 2 on target. Luckily, the 2 on target ended up in the back of the net. So 2 on target to their 2 on target, 1.24 XG to their 1.27. That's rather disappointing. 4 corners to 2, 17 fouls to 7, 2 yellow cards to 0, 87% passing. Again, disappointing because we like to have 90 plus to their 79 and 64% possession to their 36. As you can see, the current lineup did rather well. So Zubzuk was a rather big performer. He was in fact the best performer with an 8.3 in goal. The backline of Mailman, Ahmet, Godinho and Umit got 7.6, 7, 7.5 and 7.5 respectively. Obilov, of course, who was substituted, got a 7.3. Central midfield controlled by Musin and Emrehan in the end got a 7.6 and a disappointing 6.6 for Emrehan, and the substituted Volkan, of course, got that 6.4. In attacking mid, we had Milinkovic with a 7.1, Mehmet with a 6.7, Gürkan with a 6.7, and Sinan, who of course was substituted again with a 7. We then have Anal, he got a 6.7, and Mad up front with his 7.5. So, rather comfortable victory in the end. Let's tell the lads it was a good win. The performance, not so good. But the victory, we shall take a victory. We'll take a 2-0 lead going into that second leg. I don't think I'm going to show the second leg, to be honest, because, quite frankly, we should be able to win. With a 2-0 lead going into a home leg against a team in the league below, I don't think I necessarily need to show you that, especially considering we've got Giresunspor and Antalyaspor right next to it as well. So, in the next episode, I think I'm going to come back for Antalyaspor. Not quite sure if I'm going to show Giresunspor after that, or if we're going to watch another game. It really depends where the cup falls and where we end up going in that, I think. But, thank you for watching today's episode. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.